I went before the legislative hearing in Bartow on the 6th to address the issue in the county, the filings of false domestic violence injunctions, false child abuse reports, closed cases, uninvestigated, properly fired workers from the department, state attorney that's been relieved of her duties. I have letters of apology from DCF stating we made errors that can never be fixed. I've lost my parental rights. They stole my home out from under me illegally, and I have the proof. These orders from DCF never investigated these reports with all these false accusations that were closed, and yet I have no rights to my child. Last time I stood in front of this city council, I went to bat for the citizens of the state of Florida. Representative Shank knows this. Councilwoman Rose Rocco stood here and fought toe-to-toe with the Department of On-Site Sanitation to have the septic laws changed here for all the citizens of this state, which I succeeded in doing. I come to you today and I'm asking for help, some kind of legislation to put a mechanism in place for prosecution of people that abuse the domestic violence laws in this state. Now, my cases were investigated, closed, thrown out, no evidence, no merit. That she was able to use her father's gold badge as a police chief from another state to manipulate everything that happened to me inside this courthouse. There was never any proof or any evidence of this happening to too many fathers. Too many innocent children are being ripped from their families with no proof of anything. And I have 6 men sitting in here today. We've lost our homes, our businesses, our good, clean names forever. I was an upstanding pillar of this community, six-figure-a-year business built with my own 2 hands. I built a $300,000 home in this county, paid my taxes, kept my nose clean. One day I'm in my home, next day the police are throwing me on the street with an ex parte order. I sat in Hernando County Jail for 8 days, based on a lie and an ex parte order. I've been banned by the state attorney from proving my innocence. It was against the law. I've been working very hard with Grandma Carol Castanet over here. And I'll throw my hat into the ring because I believe the state of Florida needs to set up a watchdog group over DCF because they are not protecting our children. They are destroying our children. My daughter was a straight-A student, Hernando County Schools, principal's list. I used to volunteer at school, go there twice a week for lunch. I've been working with all the people in Rob's office for the past 18 months on this issue, and they all know about it. And I'm asking Senator Pisano, Senator Doherty, we need to have this looked at. This courthouse has turned into a revolving door at First National Bank of Hernando. This is costing me almost $7,000 in legal fees based on false evidence. I went to the police chief in this town and went right into the shredder. Crimes are being reported that are being committed by a man. They don't care if it's a woman, whatever. It needs to stop. I've lost my home, my business, my children, my good clean name in this county. And Representative Shank, you know I worked hard for the citizens here when I first moved to this county. I had laws changed statewide to protect the citizens here. I'm asking, I am begging on behalf of every father sitting here who has been falsely accused of domestic violence that never happened. It is used as a dirty tactic to get our children, our homes. I lived on the street here in Hernando for 3 months. I had a $150,000 a year business that I built in this county. I was respected by people in this courthouse for what I did. Commissioner Rose Rocco has been in my home personally. Senator Pisano, you were in my home in Newport Richie. You met my mother-in-law. You know my wife. I've been talking to you for a year and a half now, trying to get some help from your office. I've been in here in tears, crying, with the false documentation that tore my family apart. And they talk about jobs. The jobless rate in this state is solely affected by a false domestic violence injunction. You get arrested, you go in jail, you lose your job. It's on your record forever, 1 strike. 1 strike. I have to carry this forever. I've ever been asked about child abuse, I have to admit to it, even though there was no child abuse. I have 3 flawed DCF reports here. They're nothing but garbage. They're never investigated.
Mr. Petruska, I know, and your story is horrible. We've certainly passed along.
Stop, sir. Her using her badge, her father's badge, in this courthouse for manipulation.
I know.
The legal system.
We passed along your data and others' data to our Judiciary Committee for them to look into. I'm sure one of the senators would do the same for their Judiciary Committee to look into as well to see, because that shouldn't happen. So, thank you.
Ronald, I'd like to apologize for you for having you on Facebook on Christmas Eve morning in regards to this issue. I apologize for that. But,
that's no problem.
This is an issue in Hernando County. It's statewide. It's affecting the economics of our state, our children. They talk about our children. My daughter has been affected by this. I get calls from the neighbors. She's walking up and down the street. Where's my dad? When's my dad come? 2 years. This court awarded her sole responsibility based on a dirty DCF report that was never investigated. My child was taken away from me, my home, my life, by this very courthouse that I stand in today, that I've been banned from by the state's attorney, from proving my innocence.
And we will certainly do whatever we can in our purview.
Please, Representative Shanks, Senator Pisano, Senator Duggar, Katie, all you people in Rob's office that have been wonderful to me, working with me, talking to me on the phone, understanding my pain as a father. Every child deserves to have their father. I grew up without a father, an abusive mother. To see my daughter going through this because of the lies that happened in this courthouse. We are not allowed due processing here as a man. I was never allowed my side. They took my home, forced me through batterers, intervention, community service, and I did nothing wrong.
Thank you. Thank you. We have about 20 other speakers, so it's okay. It's okay. Well understandable.